There is a figure that has haunted and inspired generations of women for millennia, the Proverbs 31 woman. For many, she is an unattainable perfection, an ideal so lofty that it becomes a source of guilt and frustration rather than a guide. She is the impeccable wife, the exemplary mother, the shrewd businesswoman, the tireless benefactress, the priceless jewel. A list of virtues that, at first glance, seems more like an overwhelming burden than an invitation to excellence. But what if I told you that the vast majority of people, throughout the centuries, have misinterpreted the true essence of this timeless figure? What if what you think you know about her is, in fact, a modern distortion of ancient wisdom, a secret few dare to unravel? The image we have is of a superhero who wakes before the sun, takes care of the house, the children, the husband, manages businesses, buys land, trades fabrics, helps the poor, and on top of that, dresses herself with dignity and strength. Such a complete and overwhelming portrait that it has transformed a source of inspiration into an unrealistic standard, generating anxiety and the feeling of never being good enough. It's as if we have been programmed to see this woman as a specter of unattainable perfection instead of a compass for a fulfilling life. This mistaken perception not only distances us from her true power, but also prevents us from accessing a profound wisdom that can revolutionize how we see ourselves and our place in the world. What hides behind this facade of perfection is a much deeper and more liberating truth. Prepare to demystify the myths surrounding this biblical figure and expose common misunderstandings that have turned her into an icon of pressure rather than empowerment. This is not an invitation to guilt, but to a journey of discovery that will reveal a perspective few know, a timeless wisdom that transcends superficial dogmas and beliefs. Let's unearth what it truly means to be this woman, not by fulfilling a list of impossible tasks, but by embodying principles that resonate with the strength, intelligence, and resilience of each individual. The true Proverbs 31. Woman is not a to-do list, nor a competition of virtues, but an archetype of practical and strategic wisdom, a model of character and influence that operates on multiple levels. She is not defined by her ability to be all things to all people, but by her intelligence, her foresight, her ability to create value and positively impact her environment. The misunderstanding of her original message has robbed us of the opportunity to learn from one of the greatest descriptions of leadership and self-governance ever written, transforming a source of power into a source of exhaustion. But the time to rewrite this narrative has arrived, and the secret is about to be revealed. You are about to discover that the essence of this woman is not about unattainable perfection, but about principles of wisdom, discernment, and purpose that are incredibly relevant for the 21st century. It's about how she builds her life, her family, her legacy, not from a predefined script, but from a deep understanding of herself and the world around her. Let's delve into the depths of this ancient text to extract a truth that has been veiled by superficial interpretations, revealing how this biblical figure can, in fact, be the most revolutionary and accessible model you ever imagined. Embrace curiosity, because what's coming will challenge everything you thought you knew. If part 1 left us with the feeling that we had underestimated the Proverbs 31 woman, it's because most have seen her through a distorted lens, focused on unrealistic perfection. But the true mystery, the detail few perceive, does not lie in her unattainability, but rather in the profound applicability of her principles. She is not passive. She is an active force, a strategist, an entrepreneur. It is here that we begin to decipher the code of her prosperity and influence, a timeless blueprint for lasting success. The first common mistake is confusing her with a simple housewife. She is in fact an excellent manager, a CEO of her domain. Her house is not just a home, but a complex ecosystem that she organizes with precision. She rises early, not out of obligation, but out of strategic vision to anticipate needs and plan for the future. She oversees the ways of her household with constant vigilance, ensuring resource optimization and family preparedness. This ability to foresee, prepare, and protect is the foundation of her stability and the first shield against adversity. But her influence extends beyond her home, revealing a sharp financial mind. She is a shrewd investor and audacious entrepreneur. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. This is not an occasional good deal. It is keen market analysis, capitalization of opportunities, and hard, intentional work. She does not wait for prosperity. She creates it with intelligence and effort. This ability to generate wealth, not for selfish accumulation, but as a tool for her mission and the well-being of the community, is a crucial detail often overlooked. Her wealth is a direct byproduct of her purpose and unwavering discipline. The influence she wields is silent, yet profoundly transformative. Her husband is known and respected at the city gates, not for isolated fame, but because she brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She is the invisible pillar that supports his reputation and legacy. Her children call her blessed, recognizing her worth. What makes her so impactful? It's not just material provision, but the atmosphere of wisdom, stability, dignity, and purpose that she cultivates. She does not seek the spotlight for herself. She builds and illuminates the path for those around her. This is the true secret of her lasting influence, not the pursuit of power, but the elevation and empowerment of her sphere of action. And it is here that the mystery deepens, leading us to an even greater question. Where does this inexhaustible energy, this unwavering resilience come from? It's not just willpower or discipline. She laughs at the future, not out of ignorance, but out of a confidence that transcends circumstances. Her lamp does not go out at night, symbolizing tireless dedication that defies weariness. She dresses herself with strength and dignity, but these are not mere external qualities. They are manifestations of a much deeper and more powerful internal source. What is the true origin of this wisdom that guides her, this courage that propels her to act, and this peace that allows her to laugh at the future with such serenity? This is the fundamental question that will lead us to the core of the secret no one can see, the true engine behind her extraordinary existence. But after all, where does this inexhaustible energy, this strategic vision that permeates every fiber of her existence, come from? Behind all the tangible prosperity and palpable influence she wielded, there is a hidden source, a wellspring of unwavering strength that many experts refuse to explore, or worse, conveniently omit. It's not just about discipline, intelligence, or an impeccable work ethic. It's something deeper, something that nourishes her soul and drives each of her actions with a purpose that goes beyond mere material or social success. It is here that we begin to unravel the true essence of her resilience and the secret of her inner wisdom. The truth is that her strength does not primarily lie in her skills or business acumen, but in a robust spiritual and emotional pillar, forged in faith and an unbreakable character. She is not just a woman of accomplishments, she is a woman of deep conviction. Her faith is not an accessory, but the foundation upon which her entire life is built. This dimension, often neglected in superficial analyses, is the key to understanding how she maintains serenity amidst chaos, generosity amidst abundance, and vision amidst routine. Her integrity, her patience, and her capacity to forgive and to love are direct reflections of this internal connection. This spiritual depth shapes a resilient character, capable of facing adversities with an almost supernatural calm. While others despair in the face of financial challenges, losses, or future uncertainties, she remains steadfast. Her inner wisdom is not just the accumulation of practical knowledge, but a keen intuition, a moral compass that guides her in all decisions, big and small. She trusts in something greater than herself, and this trust translates into a security that is contagious to everyone around her. If you are finding value in this journey of discovery and feel these truths resonate with you, leave a like and a comment below to tell us what has surprised you most so far. What many experts avoid discussing is that the connection between her faith and her achievements is not accidental, but intrinsic. They try to compartmentalize life, separating the spiritual from the material, but for her, they are inseparable. The belief in higher principles, the practice of gratitude, and the pursuit of a purpose greater than her own ego are the engine that drives her work ethic, her generosity, and her capacity to innovate. She does not work just for profit, but for legacy. She does not care for her home just out of duty, but out of love. She does not invest only in assets, but in people. This holistic perspective is the missing piece in the puzzle of her extraordinary life. Therefore, the resilience of this woman is not the result of privileged genetics or favorable circumstances, but of a deep internal conviction that allows her to see beyond immediate difficulties. Her unwavering strength is a manifestation of a life aligned with eternal values, a life where faith and action intertwine in a harmonious dance. It is this truth that experts hide, for it challenges purely materialistic logic. And it is this truth that prepares us for the great revelation, the climax that completely redefines the purpose of her existence and what she can, in fact, teach each of us today. We have unveiled her unwavering resilience, the faith that moves mountains, and the wisdom that guides every step. But the crucial question persists. How can such a grandiose figure be attained by the woman of the 21st century? For decades, she was an unattainable ideal, a burden of perfection that generated more guilt than inspiration. It is here that the great misconception lies, which changes everything. The Proverbs 31. Woman is not a singular person, a static model to be copied in every detail. She is the personification of timeless wisdom, of virtues and strategies that transcend time and culture. She is the archetype of the woman who chooses to live with purpose, diligence, and faith. She is a guide, not a burden. Understanding this is liberating. It means that her wool and flax today can be the code you write, the project you lead, the online business you build, or the community you organize. Her vineyard can be your garden, your mental well-being, or the passion you cultivate. The trade from afar is not literal, but the global vision, the ability to innovate and expand one's horizons. What the text reveals to us is a resource management mindset of time, money, talents, and most importantly, of herself. She is not a figure confined to an ancient kitchen. She is the CEO of her own life, a strategist who understands the value of hard work, prudence, and investment in her future and that of her family, in a much broader sense than the material. The hidden source of her strength, which we explored, was not mystical magic, but the deep conviction of her purpose and unwavering faith in her values. She knew who she was and where she was going, and this inner clarity was the engine of her resilience. Her prosperity and influence were not accidental. They were the direct result of an intentional life, guided by principles of wisdom, diligence, and generosity. She did not seek external approval, but the satisfaction of living aligned with her own ideals, of building a lasting legacy. This is the true wealth she exemplifies. A life where material success is a byproduct of a life rich in purpose, character, and contribution, where every action is a reflection of a greater vision. To manifest this wisdom in your life, start with intentionality. Define your values, your purposes, and align your actions with them. Invest in your knowledge and skills, whether at work, in your family, or in your personal well-being. Manage your resources. time, money, energy with prudence and foresight. Do not be afraid to seek opportunities, innovate, or adapt to new challenges. Cultivate your inner strength, your faith, your resilience, for from it springs the capacity to face any adversity. The Proverbs 31. Woman is an invitation to unlock the fullest and most powerful version of yourself. She is not a figure from the past, but a mirror for the future, a compass for a life of meaning and impact. The legacy she offers us is not that of a perfect woman, but of one who, imperfect like all of us, chose to be excellent, integral, and influential in her own context. Demystify the original image and embrace the essence, the wisdom that empowers, the courage that transforms. The path to becoming the woman of worth in the 21st century begins now with a conscious choice. If you felt this spark and are ready to delve deeper into this journey, don't miss our next video. Subscribe and hit the bell icon.